A Day in My Life, Improve Your English, Learn English Through Story. The sun peeked through the curtains, gently waking me from my slumber. It was a crisp morning, and as I stretched, I made a silent promise to make the most of this day. I wanted to improve myself, learn something new, and contribute positively to those around me. Little did I know, this day would bring unexpected lessons. After a quick breakfast of toast and tea, I picked up my notebook and pen. Learning English had always been a challenge for me, but I was determined. My teacher had once said, "Consistency is the key to mastering any language." With her advice ringing in my ears, I opened my English workbook. The first task was to write a short paragraph about my daily routine. As I scribbled, I realized how many small moments in life we often overlook. Describing my routine in English felt like rediscovering the beauty of the mundane. Morning walk and an unlikely encounter. I decided to take a break and go for a morning walk. The fresh air filled my lungs, and the chirping of birds seemed like nature's own melody. On my way, I noticed an elderly man sitting on a bench. He appeared to be struggling with a newspaper, flipping through the pages and muttering to himself. Curiosity got the better of me, and I approached him. "Good morning, sir. Is everything all right?" I asked cautiously, ensuring my pronunciation was clear. He looked up, his face lighting up with a kind smile. "Ah, good morning. I'm trying to understand this English article, but some words confuse me," he admitted. His eyes sparkled with gratitude. Together we deciphered the article. As I explained words like resilient and persevere, I realized that teaching someone else reinforced my own understanding. "Young one," he said after we finished, "never stop learning. Each word you grasp is a bridge to a new world." I nodded, the gravity of his words sinking in. The little girl with big dreams. As I continued my walk, I heard faint sobbing near a park bench. There sat a little girl, clutching a torn English storybook. Concerned, I knelt beside her. "Why are you crying?" asked gently. "I can't read this story. My teacher asked us to practice, but the words are too hard," she sniffled. "Let's read it together," I suggested. She hesitated but eventually handed me the book. It was a simple story about a rabbit and a turtle, but to her, it seemed like a mountain to climb. Slowly we read the story aloud, pausing to sound out difficult words. As we reached the end, she exclaimed, "I did it." Her eyes sparkled with pride. "You see," I said, "even the turtle in the story taught us that slow and steady wins the race. Keep trying and you'll get there." She hugged her book tightly, her smile radiating hope. A visit to the library. Inspired by the morning's encounters, I decided to visit the library. The librarian, Ms. Patel, was a kind woman who always encouraged readers to explore new topics. "Looking for anything specific?" she asked as I entered. "Something to improve my English," I replied. She handed me a book titled English Through Stories. "This book will help you," she said. I found a quiet corner and began reading. The stories were simple yet profound, each carrying a moral. One story was about a boy who overcame his fear of speaking in public, another about a girl who learned the value of honesty. As I read, I realized that stories are more than just entertainment. They are lessons wrapped in words. An evening of reflection. Back home I reflected on my day. The elderly man, the little girl, and even the library book had taught me valuable lessons. Learning English wasn't just about grammar and vocabulary. It was about connecting with others and sharing experiences. I decided to write about my day in English, making it a story of its own. As I wrote, I found myself recalling new words I had learned. Resilient, persevere, gratitude. The moral of the day. The day taught me that every moment is an opportunity to learn and grow. Whether it's helping someone understand a newspaper, guiding a child through a story, or simply reflecting on your own progress, growth comes in many forms. Language, I realized, is a bridge that connects people. It's not about perfection but about effort and understanding. The more we use it to share kindness and knowledge, the more we enrich our lives and the lives of others. As I closed my notebook, I smiled. This day had not only improved my English but also my outlook on life. Keep learning, keep growing, and always be open to sharing your knowledge with others, I wrote as a final note to myself, and with that, I drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the bridges I would build tomorrow.